6 at noon.
Now at noon, new warning signs at the crosswalk outside Pulse, how people are reacting to the latest move. Plus the showdown between Governor DeSantis and Orange County. More than a dozen county employees now getting subpoenas. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Justin Mormouth. Well, those stories in a minute, but first we do have to start with some breaking news. 2 people in the hospital after a small plane crash. New Smyrna Beach says that this happened just before 10:30 this morning. That's according to the police department, just outside of the New Smyrna Beach Municipal Airport. These are pictures from the crash from police. We're told 2 people were on board. They both sustained serious injuries. The airport was briefly shut down, but is now back open. Also breaking right now, a crash on I-4 East, slowing down that holiday weekend traffic. Here's a live picture from our DOT camera in Volusia County, right near Deltona. Florida Highway Patrol says a car rolled over into the grass and at least 1 person was hurt. Traffic is moving, but rather slowly.
I'm going to adjudicate you guilty of the offense, sentence you to life in the Florida Department of Corrections with a life minimum mandatory for possession, discharge, and death of the alleged victim in this case.
Breaking right now, Lawrence Doherty has been sentenced to life in prison. He was found guilty last month of killing former Orlando Magic player Adrian Payne in 2022. Doherty claimed he shot Payne in self-defense outside a townhouse near Curry Ford after trying to help Doherty's girlfriend during a domestic dispute. We have a crew outside the courthouse. We'll have a live update for you at 4. New at noon, the man accused of killing a 5-year-old girl in a hit-and-run crash will stay in jail. A judge denied bond for Yusefi Arabu. He was arrested this week, nearly 2 years after police say he was the driver who killed Ayanna McCoy. News 6's Stephanie Rodriguez was in court and details what happened.
Yusefi Arabu is facing years in prison for vehicular manslaughter, among other charges, in connection to a hit and run that left a little girl dead. While his attorney claims he isn't a danger to the community, the state was granted its request to keep him behind bars until his trial date. Just before his hearing, Yusefi Arabu was seen mouthing words and making gestures to the family of 5-year-old Ayanna McCoy in the courtroom. I'm told by Ayanna's father that Arabu was mouthing, "I'm sorry, I'm not the driver."
Mr. Arabu, you are not to communicate with anybody in the courtroom other than your attorney.
Police say that in November of 2023, Arabu was speeding down Orange Blossom Trail when he hit the Uber the 5-year-old and her family were riding in, killing her. A woman in the car with Arabu told police he was going 130 miles per hour just seconds before the crash. Arabu is accused of hitting the car, taking the license plate off the car he was driving, and hiding it between a mattress and a box spring. The state filed a motion to keep Arabu behind bars until his trial, citing the circumstances of the crash and his history of not following probation.
How long have you been in the Orlando area?
36 years.
His attorney argued that conflicting witness statements suggest Arabu may not have been the driver and he'd show up to all future court dates.
We would argue that he is not a danger to the community or a flight risk, Your Honor.
But the judge granted the state's request and denied him bond. I spoke to Ayanna's father after the court hearing. He tells me that he's satisfied with the outcome. Arabu will be back in court next week. Reporting in Orange County, Stephanie Rodriguez, News 6.
All right, let's turn to your weather as we take a live look outside from Daytona Beach. It's going to be a popular place this weekend as a lot of folks have the weekend to celebrate Labor Day. Will the weather cooperate, though? I know it's something that we have been talking about for quite some time. Meteorologist Julie Broughton is in for Candace this noon. Going to be a wet weekend, Julie.
It is going to be a wet weekend, but look at that. Doesn't that look nice? Don't you?
It does.
Wish we were out there right now.
Of course.
If you are heading out to the beach, keep in mind it is a little rough out there. We are looking at an elevated threat of rip currents, and the best bet is get those outdoor plans in early. Right now, we are sitting in the mid-80s across much of Central Florida, including 86 in Daytona Beach. Radar for us right now scanning out clean, but you can see the East Coast sea breeze setting up. Already some showers beginning to pop along the West Coast sea breeze, and our rain chances for today generally will be around 60% or so. And along with that, we could be talking again about some isolated strong storms with some heavy rain, some gusty winds, a lot of lightning, and we did see some impressive rainfall totals yesterday. WPC does have us in a level 1 for excessive rainfall today, especially across East Central Florida. So that is something that we're going to be monitoring for you throughout the afternoon. I'll break down the timing of the showers and thunderstorms, and we'll take a look ahead to the rest of your holiday weekend coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you soon. Thank you, Julie. New signs are now in place at the crosswalk outside Pulse nightclub. They warn that it is illegal to deface the roadway or block traffic. As News 6's Angie Casada reports, the signs went up overnight, days after Governor DeSantis addressed the controversy.
I'm Angie Casada in Orange County. We're in Orlando at the Pulse Memorial, where new signage was put up overnight. The advocates say they're not going anywhere, and they tell News 6 what's happening here at Pulse is about much more than paint on the street. Messages of hope and remembrance now cover the sidewalk outside Pulse.
They are trying to use force. I mean, they've been trying since Thursday to kind of stop us from providing art to the community. It's just part of their fascist agenda to be able to silence any voices that, they don't quite agree with.
The new signs spell it out. Chalk the sidewalk if you want, but the roadway is off limits. Anyone who does it could face a criminal mischief charge.
The tragedy that happened here affects so many people. It's such a wide cause for the LGBT community, the Latin community, and there's just so many people involved and touched by this situation that the community can really come together.
This week, Governor Ron DeSantis said the state is simply enforcing the rules.
This has been addressed statewide, not just on any issue under the sun. Blue Lives Matter this. They're doing it uniformly throughout the state. I think the street art got out of hand. I think it's much better that we use crosswalks and streets for their intended purpose.
FDOT confirms it's not just the Pulse crosswalk. Similar painted designs across Orlando, including checkered flags in Daytona, are also being replaced with standard white stripes. For advocates, they say the chalking will continue as a symbol that love and memory can't be washed away.
Orlando shines so bright, and it's because of the people in our community who make it a better place.
We've asked FDOT, FHP, and OPD who put those signs up and what penalties people could face if they keep chalking up the streets. So far, no one's taking credit. Reporting in Orlando, Angie Casada, News 6.
New developments in the latest showdown between Governor DeSantis and Orange County. We now know 16 county workers are getting subpoenas after allegations that they possibly tampered with a recent audit on spending, but county leaders say it's not true. Now, in the investigative subpoena, it lists all records and emails available or deleted be handed over related to both diversity, equity, and inclusion, and also climate by September 9th. It then lists the specific organizations the state wants to see more documentation. Now, on Wednesday, Florida's chief financial officer said when state auditors showed up earlier this month, emails related to several DEI-related grants were missing. Yesterday, Orange County Commissioner Myra Uribe said she welcomes the subpoenas.
I am hopeful that this is a misunderstanding and is not true, because it would really shed a very bad light on Orange County.
Mayor Deming said yesterday his staff will comply with the legal orders. An urgent alert this afternoon for anyone who gets their water from the city of Melbourne. You must now boil your water before using it after E. coli was detected in a random sample. The boil water alert impacts nearly 167,000 people. This means if you live in Melbourne, Melbourne Beach, Indy Atlantic, Satellite Beach, West Melbourne, or any other location that receives water from Melbourne, you must boil your water for 1 minute. This is for drinking, cooking, brushing your teeth, even before you wash the dishes. The city expects updated test results in about 2 days. We'll have updates for you at clickorlando.com. The families of the 2 children killed in the Minneapolis school shooting have released statements. Police say the shooter fired repeatedly into a church where the children and adults were celebrating morning mass. Roughly 116 rifle rounds, 3 shotgun shells, and a live handgun round that police believe jammed in the chamber were found at the scene, along with 3 legally purchased weapons. 10-year-old Harper Moisky and 8-year-old Fletcher Merkel were killed. Merkel's dad released a statement yesterday.
We will never be allowed to hold him, talk to him, play with him, and watch him grow into the wonderful young man he was on the path to becoming. Please remember Fletcher for the person he was and not the act that ended his life. Give your kids an extra hug and kiss today. We love you, Fletcher. You'll always be with us.
Harper's family released a statement as well, calling the 10-year-old bright, joyful, and deeply loved, and said her laughter, kindness, and spirit touched everyone who knew her. A community center that was forced to close due to storm damage is now back open. Part of the roof collapsed last month at the Joseph Davis Community Center in Melbourne. The center was closed while workers took apart the damaged roof piece by piece. But today, pickleball, open gym, and kids' late-night basketball are returning. The seniors' lunch and Bone Builders program will be available in a little over a week. Well, this weekend's Powerball jackpot is estimated to be $1 billion. The last time someone won the big prize was 3 months ago. So tomorrow night's jackpot, the 6th largest in game history, a cash value of more than $453 million. And the only place to watch it live is right here on News 6. Good luck if you're playing. Not too much luck, though. A recall involving a tool you may plan to use this weekend. Depends. Coming up, the dangers with one brand's pressure washer. Also ahead, the magic of Disney is hitting the ice. The brand new show making its debut in Orlando. You're watching News 6 at noon. Keep it here. We'll be right back.
Introducing the new $25 million Gold Rush Multiplier Scratch-Off from the Florida Lottery.
Well, Labor Day weekend is here, which means packed roads and packed airports. Orlando International expects today to be the busiest day at the airport, with about 161,000 people passing through the gates. Nearly 891,000 travelers are expected to travel through Orlando International during the holiday period, which runs through Tuesday. To help move things along, TSA is encouraging parents to use its new Families on the Fly security lanes. That program provides families with kids 12 or younger the opportunity to be screened faster. Now, as for the roads, AAA says Orlando is expected to be the second busiest tourist destination. The best time to travel will be early in the morning. A recall this afternoon for something that may be in your garage. Talking about a pressure washer, Ryobi is recalling more than 750,000 brushless electric pressure washers linked to dozens of injuries. There have been 135 reports of the pressure washer's capacitor overheating and exploding in some cases. More than 30 people have reported injuries. Now, if you own one, it goes without saying, but stop using it immediately. Ryobi has a free repair kit that you can request. All right, let's talk about the weather. Live look outside Launch Credit Union Port Cam overlooking Port Canaveral on this Friday. And as we approach Labor Day weekend, we are welcoming some more rain and showers into the forecast. Meteorologist Julie Broughton's in for Candace. Is it going to be a total washout? I think when people see 80, 90% rain coverage, Julie, automatically you think, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, it will be higher than normal rain chances, not a total washout. We were looking at our beach cam earlier. A lot of folks out enjoying the beach. You will have outdoor opportunities, but just keep in mind that we do have a front draped across Central Florida that appears to be stalling out. That is going to provide the focus to keep our rain chances a little bit higher than normal at 60% today. Then we bump it up to 80% for tomorrow. We are looking at the potential of some isolated strong storms and some periods of heavy rain. I don't think we're talking about a widespread severe weather event, but much like we saw yesterday with some isolated rotating storms, we could get that going later today. Once again, as some of those boundaries interact, so we are going to keep it a little bit soggier than normal as we head through your weekend. But again, not a washout, although I know at first thought these numbers do look scary, but you will have some opportunities, especially early in the day, to enjoy some outdoor plans. Upper 80s all weekend with rain chances right around 80 to 90%. And again, that potential of some heavy rain as well as some strong storms. Make sure you download our free News 6 weather app, and that way you can check out the radar. And if you have any advisories or alerts in your area, it will let you know. Here's what it looks like for you outside right now over downtown Orlando. This is our Light Orlando Delivering Hope Together camera. Some blue sky out there, so a mix of sun and clouds. Right now we're at 86 degrees. It is 90 in Titusville, 86 in Micco, and 86 right now if you're in Leesburg. Now, here's your hour-by-hour forecast.
Sponsored by Strata Air Conditioning and Heating. AC emergency, you ought to call Strata.
Check out Sparky. He's having a great holiday weekend. He's at Bass Pro Shop posing for some photos. He's a therapy dog, and he also has one blue eye and one brown eye. So if you're planning to take a walk, Sparky, expect some showers by 3 o'clock. Highs today hit 91, which is right on target for where we should be. Be sure to go to clickorlando.com/pins. Share your pet photos. I'm doing weather again on Monday, so I'll try to use the ones I didn't get to today. Radar for you scanning out, showing we are mostly dry right now. You can see there, sea breeze is setting up. Our west coast sea breeze setting up. The general flow in the atmosphere today will push all of our showers back toward the east coast. And you can see by 3 o'clock where we start to see some of those boundaries interacting, we'll be looking at the potential of some heavier rain, some stronger storms. That sticks around till 6, 7 o'clock where we could see some intense activity, especially across East Orlando, over into northern Brevard County into the evening hours. And then I think by around 9 to 10 o'clock, most of us should be dry before we wind things down. And again, try to get those outdoor plans in early. Quick check of the tropics, actually looking pretty quiet out there. This has now been bumped up to a 30% chance of further development over the next 7 days. Right now, certainly not a concern for us. Next 7 days looking like this, rolling you into your holiday weekend. 91 today, rain chances do go up to 80 to 90% for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Get your outdoor plans in early. Highs stay in the upper 80s before back into 90 by Thursday.
Thank you, Julie. Well, yes, it's a holiday weekend. There are plenty of events to attend if you're staying in town. Still ahead, we've got your 6 things to do this weekend.
I'm meteorologist David Nazario. Here's a look at your 6 things to do in Central Florida this weekend. Taste the flavor of Haiti on Saturday afternoon. The food festival runs from 12:30 to 9 in Luminary Green Park. That's on North Terry Avenue in downtown Orlando. Or you can spend your Saturday wasting away on Flagler Beach. It's the Jimmy Buffett day of service from 8 to 10 in the morning. Pitch in to clean up the beach, then hang out with your fellow parrot heads. Saturday is also Night Under the Stars at the Kennedy Space Center. The Intergalactic Glow Party starts at 6:30 p.m. The out-of-the-world lighting scheme will highlight the historic rockets at the Visitor Center. You can also check out Gator Days Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Daytona Aquarium. On Sunday, it's the 5th annual Labor Day 5K in Baldwin Park. Plenty of shade to beat the heat as you make your way around Lake Baldwin. It starts at 8 a.m. And if running is not your thing, take a leisurely hike at Split Oak Forest. The guided Labor Day hike begins Monday at 8 a.m. We want to know about events happening in your neighborhood for next weekend, so drop us a line. Head over to clickorlando.com and select Contact Us. And have a great weekend. I'm meteorologist David Nazario, News 6.
We actually have 7 things for you to do this weekend. Disney on Ice is making its return. Mickey and friends are back, and they're lacing up their ice skates for a brand new show making its debut in downtown Orlando. It's all part of Feld Entertainment's production of Disney on Ice presents Jump In. The all-new production features more than 50 characters from Frozen and Encanto, Toy Story, so much more. Chris Roberts is a performer in the show, and she shared why this year's theme is about jumping in.
We're basically taking the audience and we're bringing them along, like they're jumping in the story with us. So there's a couple of opportunities for the audience to actually interact with the show.
All right, so there will be 6 shows starting tonight. Disney on Ice runs through Sunday at Kia Center. Before we head to break, here is our primetime schedule on News 6 Plus. We have a new take on the day's news on News 6 tonight. That's at 9 o'clock. Go in depth as we track the tropics and answer your weather-related questions at 9:30, and then watch the late news an hour earlier. It's all tonight on News 6 Plus. Download our streaming app for free. Search WKMG in your smart TV's app store. It's also available on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV. Welcome back. Quick update before we toss it over to Julie for a last look at your weather. The Melbourne boil water notice has been rescinded, so you are good to go. Some good news. A lot of people affected by that. So
absolutely.
We have some more water on the way.
Yes, we are tracking some showers as we roll through our entire holiday weekend. Most of us are dry right now. Highs go to 91. Rain chances at 60%. Goes up this weekend. Not a total washout this weekend, but get those plans in early.
All right, switch over to the new 6 Plus streaming app or clickorlando.com to watch new 6 Extra. Have a great weekend.